What's good, y'all? It's your boy Khalil in action, back with another video, you feel me? Let's talk kinesiology. Y'all in school, you want to know about kinesiology, you want to know about exercise science, you want to know about all that good stuff, physical therapy, occupational therapy, exercise physiology, personal training, all of that. Let's go ahead and get into the context of this video. I got you. Alright, boom. So let's get into the context of the video. A lot of y'all want to know exactly what I did or what pathway I did. I went to North Carolina Central University and I graduated with a kinesiology degree. Kinesiology is a scientific study of the human body movement. I knew that I wanted to work somewhere in the medical field. I wanted to do something because I have a urge to help people. Like, I wanted to help people. That's all I grew up around. My mom was a nurse. She was a medical assistant. My aunt was a nurse. I have a whole bunch of different family members who were nurses and who worked in the medical field. So I knew that was something that I really wanted to do. I went to NCCU as a freshman as a nursing major, realizing that was something that I never should have signed up for. I didn't realize all the hard work that you had to put in to be a nurse. Like, I knew that's what you had to do, but I didn't realize. Sooner I realized that wasn't really what I wanted to do, is work bedside and doing all that extra good stuff when it comes to the nursing realm. I know that I wanted to be somewhere related to exercise working. I used to be in the marching band, so I football, basketball, just watching all of the injuries. So I knew that was something that I wanted to be around. Just like the study of movement. Me being a man, I'm moving my body all of the time, dancing, moving, marching, putting a lot of cardio in there. So I knew I just wanted to keep my body moving in some type of way and just use that in the professional world, in my work life, basically. You feel me? So yeah. Boom, so I got my iPad here as a little guide. Yeah, I got my iPad here as a little guide. Here's a few pathway careers that you can go with a kinesiology degree. Here's a few pathway careers that you can go in order to fulfill the dream that you want to do. So here's a few careers. We got exercise physiology. That is the design exercise programs for health and performances. You got the sports performance specialist, which works with athletes to improve skills and fitness. We got physical therapy, of course. We got works with patients recover from injuries or manage chronic conditions. We got strength and conditioning coaches. So they train athletes and individuals for fitness. And so as far as for me and what I do for my job, I work in a physical therapy clinic as a physical therapy technician. I did it for quite a few years now. I know while I was in college, I did a few shadowing hours because that's what you need in order to get into physical therapy school. So I did over like maybe 150 hours. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, working as a physical therapy tech, they don't really pay much. I want to say they pay like around the $12, $13-ish pay range in North Carolina. I don't know, that was for me. For me, that job, when I was in the clinic, I was helping around with patients. I helped demonstrate exercises for them that was prescribed by the physical therapist. I wiped down tables. Just help out with daily tasks around the clinic, and I just serve as an aide around the clinic and just helping whatever the therapist needs, you feel me? So that's kind of what I do. But I was offered to get a job at Duke Health as a physical therapy aide / technician, which is kind of do basically everything that I described, but in a hospital-based outpatient clinic setting. So yeah. All right, boom. So let's talk jobs and pay in the exercise science kinesiology field realm. So first we have Director of Health and Wellness. They make $69,833 a year. A Director of Health and Wellness handles the environment of health at an organization or within a community. So those are people who help out within a certain organization who prescribes like certain wellness things like exercising before going to work, or like certain type of wellness exercise that you can do at your job, basically. Next, we got dietitian. Dietitian, easy. That's about nutrition, teaching patients about managing their health and their weight as far as like food and nutrition wise. Their salary is $64,713 a year. And then we're looking at wellness director. They make $69,833 a year. Their duties are working for a company or organization to promote wellness by coordinating events and initiatives within the organization. They may plan fitness activities for employees to take part in. They can also organize meals planned based on their nutrition education for cafeteria and lunch deliveries offered by some companies. So this is just like kind of basically what the director of health and wellness does, but just the director of wellness. So they're like over like the fitness activities in your typical job or work environment. And then we got occupational therapy and we got occupational therapy assistants. So we're gonna start off with the occupational therapy assistant. They work under an occupational therapist, which is they work in a clinic or treatment center helping rehabilitate patients. They help to move and transport patients between wheelchairs and equipment. They also explain and demonstrate exercises, answering patient questions, and assist with helping patients prepare notes and reports on progress for occupational therapists. Let's get into what an occupational therapist makes, which they make $82,227 per year. An occupational therapist works with ill and injured patients to help them gain independence and execute everyday daily activities. They assess a patient's abilities to design and treat. They assess patients' abilities. They design a treatment plan and assist their patients in completing and practicing activities and exercises that can help regain control over their nerves and muscles. That's what an occupational therapist does. A physical therapist, making $85,831 a year, works with injured patients to help rehabilitate their injuries, to improve mobility and manage their pain. They help patients restore motor function and prevent future injuries by retraining their muscles. Physical therapists can also help people treat chronic illnesses by designing exercise plans that target specific muscle groups. They also assess their patients' abilities and provide exercises and assistance to improve their mobility. All right, let's get into sports psychology. Okay, sports psychologists make $530,000 a year. A sports psychologist works with athletes and members of the athletic industry. They're licensed mental health professionals who work with people across all athletic disciplines to address their mental health concerns like anxiety. That's what a sports psychologist does. I'm actually going to leave it at that career for this. And guys, I'm reading off of Indeed. All of the salaries are based off where you're located in the world. For here is located for North Carolina. So, yep. All right, getting into what I make. So, I make $18.95 an hour at Duke Health, but I have prior experience working in different facilities, in different clinics, and I work 40 hours per week, which gives me roughly around, I want to say, a little under $1,400 every 2 weeks. So yeah, that's how much I make as a physical therapy aide / tech at Duke Health in an outpatient facility clinic. I actually really enjoy what I want to do because I know that in the later long run, I want to become a physical therapist. Me working as a tech is giving me exposure to patients and shadowing and just being around the physical therapy clinic and helping out and just being of aid to them and being of service to them and just being around the facility and just being in that environment. I know that just watching how the therapists are able to regain a lot of people's mobility, like people come in with like knee problems or back problems, legs, arms, all that good stuff. You come in, they come in hurting, give them out two or three visits later, they're feeling better. They're prescribed exercises for them to do at home. It's just a bunch of different things, different worlds that just interesting and intrigues me. And that's why I just love my job in physical therapy. But actually, I'm thinking about going the exercise physiology route just because I don't have those prerequisite courses yet. I know that at my long run, I want to become a physical therapist. But since those prerequisites, I haven't necessarily met the requirements to go to PT school yet, I think I might just take a shortcut and do the exercise physiology route for this time period now and go back to school later on in life. I know y'all, but it's just like I really don't want to go back to school right now. I'm just really chilling. I just graduated from undergrad 4 years, so I'm just going to take a break. As far as exercise physiology, all I got to do is just get my certification, take a test, and study for it. And that's that for real. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in to this video. I hope y'all stay blessed. And this is just a few physical therapy tips for those who are interested in kinesiology and want to pursue a degree in exercise science. That's just that. And that's what My name is Jaden Andrews, and you're watching Khalil in Action. Thank y'all.